red trunks from Chatteris, England, weighing 147 pounds, Dave Boy Green.
The old Tiger spirit coming out there. He doesn't care if the crowd's against him.
The current WBC welterweight champion of the world from Palmer Park, Maryland, wearing white trunks, weighing 147 pounds, Sugar Ray Leonard.
A bit of a flashy character, but what success he's had in the ring. And Arthur McCanty won't stand too much of this eyeball business that seems to have been brought on a great deal by Muhammad Ali as they give him the last rundown there. Arthur McCanty from New York, and the judges are Harry Gibbs from England, Larry Barrett from Maryland. First defense by Sugar Ray Leonard in his virtual hometown at the Capitol Center in Maryland. He comes from North Carolina, but he was brought up at Palmer Park, just a left hook from this ring. So there it is. On paper, the chips are down for Dave Green, rated only number 10 by the WBC, and a voluntary defense by Sugar Ray Leonard, as they're still waiting now for the timekeeper to give the okay. There's a bit of a delay for some reason or other, and Dave Green's smart enough to keep warm with a towel around his back. And there's manager Andy Smith from his hometown there of St Ives in Cambridgeshire, and of course Dave Green from Chatteris, which also produced another great fighter, Eric Boy Boone. An opening round. Sugar Ray Leonard took the world championship from another unbeaten fighter, Wilfredo Benitez. He's the new $1 million kid in boxing, the all-American hero, having won the Olympic Games gold and unbeaten as a professional, and still apparently hasn't reached his potential, and is already being likened to the great Sugar Ray Robinson. There's no weight difference. They both came in at 147 pounds. That's 10 stone 7. Davey Green hopefully recovered from that disaster against the Dane Jorgen Hansen when he lost the European Championship in Denmark. Written off by every critic, and the way he's reacted to that, he says, okay, I've done it before, I've never been short of gameness, and I can punch a bit. Will this fellow stop dancing if I pressure him? On Leonard's feet there, doing the Muhammad Ali shuffle, and that crowd love all that showmanship. Now, I can imagine there are so many people at home now who must be saying, well, I just wish Green would hit him on the whiskers and then see if he could dance like that, but really that's easier said than done. Two Englishmen have given this fellow a good run as amateurs, Graham Mountain and Clinton McKenzie. And the exchange Green's after the first round with not too many punches exchanged. A little bit of flashiness by Sugar Ray Leonard. But Dave Green didn't seem to be too troubled. And the usual distractions with the rounds numbers, and I'm looking over now at Leonard's corner. He's hardly breathing. Just did a bit of dancing, and I'm surprised because in the early part of the show there's Leonard. He came out and he really almost went hysterical, cheering his brother Roger, who had a tough job winning against Johnny Cant. He was actually standing on the press tables, yelling when you thought he might have been in the dressing room, if not worrying, certainly resting. So round two now. The last chance Dave Green had to win the World Welterweight Championship was at Wembley when he gave Carlos Palomino a really great fight that was caught with a left hook in the 11th round and knocked out. Only 2 defeats in 35 fights. Palomino and Jürgen Hansen. Won British Championships at 2 weights and the European title. Right at this stage, statistics like that just don't help him. He's got to get in and have a go against one of the smartest young boxers we've seen for many a year. Flashy, yes, but can do the business. Extremely happy with his preparation in America, likes it here, trained in Las Vegas before, then went to Knoxville, Tennessee and trained with John Tate, the heavyweight champion. And was given quite a friendly reception here in Maryland. And been walking around in a cowboy hat. Doubled up his left hook there as Green came in. Body and chin. This fellow really does have every punch in the book. The crowd go absolutely hysterical every time Leonard throws a punch. Tremendous here at the Capitol Center, one of the great arenas of the world. 30 seconds to go in round two. Ford is whipping those punches around Green's body. Green's taken them like that before. Better there than on the chin for him. For Leonard to show that cockiness at all as we look into replay of those punches then. There it is. Dave Green trying to come inside in the left hook. The combinations are absolutely perfect by Leonard. A little bit short. They probably look better from the back of the hall than they did in the ring. Davey now knowing he's sampled the champion's best punches. I think they're not necessarily best, but some of his best. Round three. was 15 rounds in the championship fight. This is the 10-stone 7th division. And old Dave's famed muck spreader punch when he throws that big right hand, hoping to wipe out any arrears at any time. And a great battle with John Stracey that he won, who's here tonight. Old opponents cheering him on. Also Terry Downs is in the audience, and Jim Watt. Leonard's style not to have to go looking for an opponent, and he knows Green will come at him. He's watched some video recordings of Green against Henry Riney and against Palomino, and said, I admire his will and determination, but I rated him a bit low in technique. Opponents, these two, Dick Eklund and Andy Price. Eklund went the limit with both of them. Green outpointed Price, but Leonard stopped Price in 1 round. Not rushing in recklessly here, as he's often been accused of. He said losing to Hansen was painful, but it might have taught him a lesson. Leonard's reaction is so quick when he's countering. You can really see him reading his opponent. Leonard has really got so strong since his amateur days. He's really filled out. Dave Green there with Andy Smith in the corner, and he's also brought the old trainer Danny Holland with him, just in case he's cut, the man who at one time looked after Henry Cooper's cuts. So they're being well cared for there, but he's got a tough task indeed, hasn't he? You've seen this man now, Leonard, at work. He really is a young master at only 23. A bit of replay there. As you see Leonard picking off the punch. There it is again. Again it's short. Round 4. Incredible when you realise that Leonard got $1 million just to challenge to win the championship. He's got over $1 million for this performance tonight. He's now become the highest single earner in sport. Leaving out the ancillaries, the actual performance, he must be getting more than anybody else now. Dave Green keeping that guard well up there. Obviously his corner are saying Tuck your head in behind those gloves. Stop those hooks coming at you. Angelo Dundee calling the shots for Leonard there in the corner. He's not the manager, he's one of the coaches. He's also got his old amateur coach with him that's been with Leonard since he was about 15. Dave Jacobs. It's not just a point-scoring left jab of Leonard's. Close up as I am here, it really is getting through and hurting Green. The Americans were told that Green wouldn't be found wanting when it came to a bit of grit and a bulldog spirit, and he certainly got that. But he hasn't got the outside. A left hook, again that punch that Palomino hit him with, a marvellous combination by Sugar Ray Leonard, and he knows it's all over. They're not even counting over him. Arthur McCanty has said, no, the count's cancelled. Andy Smith has pulled the gum shield out of Green's mouth as they invade this ring when they really need a doctor to be looking after the loser. It seemed as though he was out before he hit the floor there. Manager Smith telling people to stand back, give the boxer time to recover. He's going across saying, where is the doctor? There's the doctor in the ring. And Green, obviously concussed. His head hit the floorboards as he went down. There's padded underneath there, but he struck his head there, as he did in fact when he lost to Carlos Palomino. Almost with the finish of an executioner there. Britain's gallant champion being pulled to his feet, and that's always a relief. Didn't know what hitting those punches was so fast, so cold and clinical, and out he went. And he just can't, trying to keep him on his feet. You know, he's talking back to Andy Smith now, so he's okay. Yes, he's saying I'm all right. It'll take a long time to recover from that, I think. Sugar Ray Leonard taking all the plaudits. And there they are. Friendly consolation from the champion.